Hey there everybody, macho motorcycle modifiers and beta bike bastardizers. We're back talking about motorcycle modifications today. I know you know the best mods for looks, the best mods for speeds, and the worst mods that remind fellow riders just how few times you were hugged as a child. So today we are talking about underrated mods. No Gatling gun exhaust systems, doohickey dongle swaps, or train whore installs, but just the best lesser known mods that will make your bike a little more enjoyable to ride or a little more unique. So without further ado, here are the top 7 underrated motorcycle mods. Everyone talks about swapping out your motorcycle grips or motorcycle handlebars. Maybe you flipped your buckhorn bars upside down like a dollar store cafe racer build, or installed some wicked ape hangers with leather tassels on the ends. But you spent all this time thinking about where your hands are gonna go, you didn't stop to think about how your feet are doing just as much work as your hands are. Humans have such a hand-centric culture compared to our primate ancestors. I mean, when was the last time you even tried to peel a banana with your toes? Exactly. You can do it, and I do it regularly. Hi, I'm Yami Noob, and today I'm telling you about how using your toes more than your feet are gonna make you an alpha Chad. Look, the point I'm trying to make is that a very slept-on modification for your motorcycle is aftermarket foot pegs. You might want to upgrade your foot pegs for a variety of reasons. Maybe the stock ones are too small or offer limited grip. There's a dick joke in there somewhere, I just can't think of it. Depending on what style of motorcycle you ride, there are probably tons of options for aftermarket foot pegs that will give you improved grip on your motorcycle. Some other benefits you might find are a reduction in vibration or just generally increased comfort during long rides. Or if you're a real track day junkie, it maybe makes sense to install some racing rear sets for added ground clearance and maximum lean angle. Hey, if you're a real GP cosplay cuckold, you could even get some rear sets that allow for GP shifting, because it makes perfect sense to put GP shift on a motorcycle that takes the track 4 times a year. Just some added fodder for the bike night musings with your boys. The next underrated motorcycle modification is the installation of adjustable brake levers. Maybe you don't see the need to upgrade your master cylinder, but you just want that little bit more customization in the look and feel of your lever. Or maybe you have abnormally small hands for a young man of your age. Getting some adjustable levers is a far more sensible option than that reconstructive hand surgery or an outright hand replacement. They can do that nowadays, but again, remember, toes are the real winners here. Use your feet more often. Women will approach you more if you use your feet. Hi, I'm Yami Noob, and today we're talking about how using your feet is a great look. Some people just like the look of adjustable levers. They make the bike look a little more purpose-driven, or can let people know that you've got some battle scars, and the adjustable levers are the trophy you earned after snapping your stock levers in a high-speed low side at the track. Adjustable levers allow you to put the lever in multiple positions to fine-tune the feel and actuation of the lever based on your personal preferences. The levers can also be purchases as shorty levers, which are beneficial to riders who are just using 2 fingers on their clutch or their front brake. Shorty levers are also usually small enough to where they won't hit the ground in the event of a crash, which can make them ideal for some track day riders or street squids with a death wish. Sometimes aftermarket levers also fold up or down, which can also prevent them from being damaged in a crash. And if you've got your brakes totally dialed in, but you just want to have more control over the feel, or the levers are more crash proof, adjustable ones are the move. However, I do prefer long levers because you get a little more leverage on the actual bar.
Today's video is proudly supported by SysApp. This is a really cool motorcycle tracker system that's a little bit different than the other stuff you've seen on the market. One of the coolest things about this thing is that it's a one-time fee. There's no monthly subscriptions, no contracts, nothing like that. SysApp is very compact and discreet and very easy to install on your motorcycle. This is going to give you real-time tracking for things like hits, crashes, low battery levels on your motorcycle, towing, and even device disconnection. You can also see the exact routes that you've done on your motorcycle using this, and then share it with your friends, which is a really cool feature. SysApp is also a motion detector, and they will ship worldwide via FedEx, which is super cool. Fans of the Yam are going to get 10% off of your SysApp system using the code YAMI at checkout and hitting the link down below. This is a really cool motorcycle tracker that has some really cool features, and I love the fact that it is not a pay-per-month system. You buy this thing once, you own it, you get to use it. So hit that link down below, use the code YAMI to get yourself 10% off this very cool motorcycle tracker system. Now, back to the show.
Another underrated motorcycle modification is wind protection. Look, sure, you can be the street squid and get a tinted windscreen for your Gixxer 600, and then you look through with your tinted visor while wearing tinted sunglasses while exploring the nocturnal vistas of your local interstate highways, giving a whole new meaning to the 12 o'clock wheelie. Or if you're a sane and normal person, your motorcycle's wind protection just may not be up to the standards or at all existent. In this case, an upgrade could be in order. Almost every single motorcycle can be equipped with some degree of wind protection that can or will reduce or eliminate wind buffeting, wind noise, or aerodynamic drag. If you plan on doing any sort of sustained highway riding, a windscreen is a total game changer for long distance commutes. And if you happen to run into any bad weather, a windscreen will at least eliminate some of the moist consequences of a thunderstorm. Some people just get windscreens, fairings, or what have you to improve the style of their bike, like switching out a small clear windscreen for a larger windscreen with a slight gradient tint. It's just another one of those little mods that will set your bike apart both in style and comfort. Another option for wind protection is handguards on your motorcycle. Handguards can be a total clutch move if you like to ride at night when it's colder outside. Even with heated grips, handguards can make a night and day difference on your hands. You will be somewhat limited on what you can install and what motorcycle can be equipped. I mean, I haven't seen many bark busters on an R6, but for the right bike and the right rider, it can definitely improve the experience. A lot of people prioritize performance with their modifications that they do on their bikes. They'd rather Banshee swap their Honda Grom or install electronic suspension on their Ninja 400 than do anything remotely related to the physical comfort on their motorcycle. But a modification that done once is never even remotely regarded by the rider is an upgrade from the stock seat. You might want an aftermarket seat for stylistic reasons or comfort, but let's be honest, a lot of motorcycles are designed to be fast and performance oriented. And the development of a seat that is both sleek and minimalistic but also incredibly comfortable is sometimes beyond the bandwidth of some motorcycle manufacturers. So you have to leave it up to some aftermarket companies to create seats that complement the original design of the bike, but is far more forgiving on your behind. A good aftermarket seat will not only be more comfortable, but can also sometimes improve grip as well, which can instill more confidence in the rider as they lean off to the side of the bike during aggressive riding. And while you're at it, if you have a special friend in your life who enjoys riding on the back of your bike, they may appreciate some upgrades to the passenger accommodations as well, so they aren't destined for coccyx purgatory atop a passenger pillion akin to a computer mouse pad. As a personal story, I swapped the seat on my Husqvarna FE501S, my beloved dual sport motorcycle that is wildly more capable than I am, and it transformed the riding experience. It used to be an awful 2x4 that I'd have to sit on, and now it's a comfortable place to sit for many hours. I can't even believe it. Again, primitive motorcyclists are only interested in one thing, going as fast as they can in an attempt to garner the approval of their constituents. But if they manage to live long enough till their prefrontal cortex becomes fully developed, they will realize that comfort and convenience is truly the name of the game for elder riding. Two simple mods that are in sort of the same vein are the installation of a USB charger and battery tender leads. If you've got multiple bikes that don't get ridden all the time or live in the abysmal gray landscape of the Midwest where winterization is a yearly ritual sacrifice, having a battery tender leads permanently installed on your bike makes it super easy to keep your motorcycle battery topped up and ensured your bike is ready to ride. Having to pull the battery or remove the seat or side panel each time you want to connect the alligator clips to your battery can get kind of annoying after a while. So being able to just conveniently plug and unplug your bike into a tender will make it so you have zero excuse to let your battery die due to negligence. And the installation of a USB charger, if your bike doesn't already have one, is a super convenient thing if you use your phone or directions or music while you're on your motorcycle for longer commutes. Both a battery tender and a USB charger are super easy to install and just involve bolting the connectors up to the battery terminal and reinstalling the battery. They are both very easy, convenient, and underrated mods for sure. An underrated mod many riders won't do is install an integrated headlight and taillight. Squid riders are quick to just outright delete their turn signals because the stock ones were bulky, ugly, or got broken off when they crashed their bike into the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile after one too many Bud Lights at the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Orlando, Florida. Integrated headlights and taillights can be a really cool way to get rid of bulky stock turn signals, as the headlight and taillights have turn signals built in. And while this mod looks really cool, it isn't always super popular because people don't like dealing with the electrical wiring, and depending on which bike you have or which lights you purchase, you may have to do some splicing splicing or soldering to get everything wired up properly. But once they are installed, they can make your bike look super clean without having to sacrifice safety or visibility by outright deleting your turn signals. And the last underrated motorcycle mod for today is motorcycle luggage. While it sounds pretty self-explanatory, having luggage on your motorcycle is a really slept-on modification unless you run in adventure or sport touring dad circles where luggage is as common as reflective banana costumes. Even just a modest tank or tail bag can be such an added convenience for a rider, so you don't have to keep your wallet, keys, or discreet paraphernalia all crammed away into the pockets of your riding jacket or in a backpack. After riding with the backpack for years, you will feel like a completely new rider when you've got empty pockets and nothing on your back. There are a ton of luggage options available for different styles of bikes and carrying capacity. I'm really fond of a simple magnetic tank bag. It works great. And it is a total big-brained elder rider move to disregard the haters who say luggage makes a bike look ugly or dorky and enjoy the unladen comfort of extracurricular motorcycle storage. Even if it means you'll be bullied by the Jigsaw squids with their eBay mufflers and deleted turn signals, you'll be able to ride with your head held high knowing that you're comfortable and you're better than them. So there you have it, 7 underrated motorcycle mods. Which one of these mods have you done yourself? Or does all of your expendable cash go towards squeezing every last drop of horsepower out of your 600? Why am I not surprised? Of course it does. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next one. Fact: most toilets flush in the key of E flat. Goodbye.
Well, look at you. You've made it to the end of another Yammy Noob video. You should consider yourself pretty lucky because I have curated this one right over here for you to continue watching. It's probably just as good as the one you just saw. Unless you hated the one you just saw. I don't know, maybe leave me a comment down below about how much you hated it as well too. Or just keep watching this one. Make sure you keep watching Yammy Noob. Don't forget to keep watching Yammy Noob. That's the most important thing. Keep watching Yammy Noob.